Hi guys, welcome back to a new video. In today's video, I will be talking about everything you will be able to do during this week in World of Warcraft, and I will also remind you of a few important deadlines. So, first of all, this week is going to be really good for you to gear up some of your characters, including your main character, because we have the Timewalking event for Cataclysm WoW that will be up, and as you can see during this week, you will have access to the Firelands raid in Timewalking difficulty. So here basically it means that you will be able to get already some pretty good pieces of gear just by killing the bosses in Timewalking difficulty. As you can see, you will get some champions gear with an eye level 681 that will be able to be upgraded later on. And then with that you will also have two weekly quests. The first one will require you to kill 5 of these different raid bosses or to complete 5 of the different Timewalking dungeons in order to get 1 cache of treasures from the new raid. So you will get a piece of champions gear from the Manaforge Omega raid, and then you will also have this overcache that will ask you to kill Ragnaros in Timewalking difficulty in order to get a cache of time wrap treasures, and inside you will be guaranteed to get a piece of hero gear, so eye level 694, that you will also be able to further upgrade. So definitely a really good time for you to gear up some of your alts, and this is something you can do super easily on all your different level 80 characters. And if you want to know how to do it as fast as possible, basically you want to go right here in premade group search, you want to go in raids legacy, and here you want to just type skip, and normally you will be able like that to find some of the different Firelands skip that will allow you to go directly to Ragnaros, and then you just need to kill Ragnaros, get the item, and you will receive your cache of Trauma treasures and your piece of hero gear. Here I also want to highlight a few important things from this cache of Time Wrap treasures and from Cataclysm Timewalking. First of all, from the raid you will be able to get some pieces of gear that will be BOEs. So here, as you can see, for instance, you have this shield that will be Champion's gear and it will be a BOE item. Same if you take this one, you will have this sword right here that will also be a piece of BOE weapon. You also have some pieces of gear, but the ones we're really interested in are the different weapons, because right now if you go on the auction house you will see that sadly for the weapons the maximum level that you can get is 649, when for instance for the armors you can get up to 701. And also from the cache of Time Wrap treasures you can get any of these different BOE weapons and BOE gear from the different bosses in hero gear, so it means with an eye level of 694. And so trust me, these different items will sell for quite a lot of gold, because these are the best BOE weapons you can get until the end of this expansion. And especially right now we're still pretty early in this final patch, and so these are still really good pieces of gear with a really good eye level. So I would also recommend you to try and do that if you want to make some gold, and to also do the entire raid, because again you will have a few of these different bosses that will drop some really good pieces of gear. Here I just want to highlight the fact that if you want to get your hands on some of them, you will need to have the right class and to have the right spec. So for instance here, if I'm playing for instance on my Balanced Druid, as you can see I won't be able to loot any of these simply because I can't equip these different items. So you want to make sure to play on the right character and also to use the right spec, because let's say for instance right now you're playing on a warrior and you want to get maybe the shield. If you are not playing on for instance protection, you won't be able to get it. So just something for you to keep in mind. You might want to just go here and to change the loot specialization in order to make sure and have a chance at actually getting all these different BOE weapons. And also the last thing that I wanted to mention is the fact that from this cache of Time Wrap treasures you will also be able to get some of the different mounts from the different raids from Cataclysm. And so here for instance you will have a chance at maybe getting some of the Dragon Soul mounts and everything. So it's an added, let's say, interest that you may have in farming these different cache of Time Wrap treasures. Now, next to Timewalking Cataclysm, you will also have this week the Eastern Kingdom Cup that will be up. So this is the Dragon Riding Cup for the Eastern Kingdom. And this one will be gone, as you can see, next Monday. So if you want the different cosmetics and everything from this event, I would really recommend you to try and get them during this week, because sadly these events are pretty rare. And the next Eastern Kingdom Cup is probably going to be in 1 year or 2 years from now. So again, if you want the different achievements and the different rewards specific to this cup, you really should do it during this week. And here, just to show you, these are the type of transmogs you will be able to get. So here, for instance, you have this set right here. You also have these ones with just the different shoulders. And so these are the different cosmetics that will be specific to this specific cup. So again, if you're interested in getting those, try to get them before this event is over. Otherwise, you will just have to wait for the next edition, which is going to be in a long time. Now, in terms of important deadlines, there's also the one for the Twitch drop. This one, the Shade Fur Rootief Pet. So this one will end tomorrow on September 2nd. So again, if you want to get it, you just need to go on Twitch, watch the 4 hours of live stream from any of the different World of Warcraft streamer. And of course, you need to make sure to link your Battle.net account to your Twitch account. So I will share a video in the description where I already explain how you can do that. And after that, this pet will probably be added to the training post later on, or you will most likely be able to get it through other ways. But at least right now, it's free. And this is something that is pretty easy to get. So if you are interested in this pet right here, I would really recommend you to try and get it while you can before the end of the Twitch drop tomorrow. So these are really the main things that you will be able to do this week. There's not much more happening. So let me know in the comments what you think about especially Cataclysm, Timewalking, and about the fact that we're able to get some of these really cool BOEs and also some really good pieces of gear during this event. I will be back very soon with more guides and more videos, and in the meantime I wish you all a great day. Bye!